So, so in IT, generally is the first question which comes to the mind of a fresher candidate. Okay, so what do we generally do in IT company? What is the use of this learning new technologies and working in IT company? What we generally do? So when we go home or to our native places or villages, people generally ask, right? That what do you do in this laptop whole day? What is there? So they can't believe that I'm doing something on the laptop which is impacting something, some business which is running in America or the UK or anywhere else, correct? So they can't believe it. Sometimes some people say that okay, I also have computer in my house. You can come and you can work. You can stay in my house and you can work because I also have computer. So they don't have the idea of how the things go in IT. What we generally do, no one has idea who are not exposed to this industry. So generally, what we do is, so suppose you have a if you have a company, okay, and it's a multinational company. It may be on healthcare, it may be on banking or retail, transport, telecom. It can be on insurance, anything. So you have a business, but the problem with you is you are not able to manage the business, or you don't have enough resources or time or energy, or you don't want to take the headache of maintaining your own business yourself because it's a huge business and you want someone else to maintain this business. You want someone who can provide services to your business. Okay, just 1 second. So we have basically two types of companies. One is called service based, one is called product based. You know, right? Service based and product based. So service based
Yes.
companies are the companies which generally provide services to other companies which don't have their own product, they don't have their own internal project, they always provide services to other companies. That is when they have clients. So service based companies are IBM, TCS, CTS, Capgemini, and all of that. Those big multinational companies are all service based companies. So what they do is they provide services to clients. So clients, who are clients? So clients are companies which are situated in the US or UK or other countries. So they approach these companies whenever new project comes, and all this actually whenever new project comes, all these companies will approach the client, and whoever can, so there'll be this kind of deal, right? Whoever gets the project will work in the project for the next few years. So there's a deal which is done that will manage your business for next 5 years or 10 years, and in return you have to pay us this much amount. So when you get a job in IBM, ultimately you will be working for a client which is IBM's client. So the salary that you will get, actually IBM will get the salary from the client for you. The salary will come to IBM and IBM will provide you the salary from that, and they'll take the profit. This model goes on. Now there is another type of company which is called product based company. Product based companies are companies which have their own product. They don't need any services from any other external things, like any other external companies. They manage their own business. So like all these banks, no, Standard Chartered, then FIS, and all these companies, which these are all product based companies. Okay, so product based companies don't need any external services, they can handle and manage their own businesses. Now when you get job, what kind of work do you have to do in these companies? Okay, so now there are many technologies you have heard about. C, C++, these are old, like C sharp. Then Java is also old. Mainframe is also old. Now, in nowadays, Python is the most in demand because Python is used in almost all the um, in-demand technologies, like wherever you go, data analytics, data science, machine learning, everywhere Python is used. So these are all programming languages, and each of them are used in a proper technology to handle any project in an IT industry or IT project. So if you get job in IBM, there will be hundreds of thousands of projects actually in IBM. So you might get job in any of the projects. There will be a team of 4 or 5 people if it is a small project. If it is a medium type project, there might be 7 8 people. If it's a very complex project, there may be more than 10 20 30 people also. Okay, if the project is big. Okay, now whenever a client approaches or any service based company gets a client, so this whole thing will be called a project, under which this project will be actually divided into multiple small parts. Each part will be called an application. Because whenever any company gets one project, that project is too big. It is very difficult for one team to handle the entire feature of the project. Suppose they have a client which is a banking corporation. So a banking corporation has so many things inside it. They have their savings department, credit card, mutual fund, their um, client onboarding department. They have their performance validation department. They have their so many other departments, right? So it is very difficult for one team only to handle the entire project. That is why feature wise or based on features, the project will be divided into small applications. One application will be handling one part of the project. For example, it will handle the savings. One project will handle the loan department. One project will be handling the performance evaluation department. Like that, all will be small applications. Now, whenever you get job, you'll get job in an application. Each application will consist of, based on the complexity, 4 5 8 9 10 or more than 20 30 people also sometimes. Okay, now there are two types of projects. One is development, one is support. So now what is development, or sometimes it is called enhancement also. So development is whenever you get job in an application, and after getting job you see that there are requirements to, there are new requirements which are coming from the client side, for which you have to write new programs or you have to change existing programs and all of that. Okay, then that is called development, when you have to write programs or you have to change the processes to implement something. But support is something where you don't need to write any program, or you don't need to change any program. The process is already running, you just have to maintain the process and support the application as in the batch jobs and daily jobs will run. Okay, you will get to know about these things in the later classes. So to maintain the entire business, some jobs will be there which will run every day. So those jobs in a day, every job, each and every job should complete. If any job fails, you need to see and you need to fix it. You need to find the solution. You need to fix the job, and you need to make the process run smoothly continuously. So these are the two processes. One is development, one is support. So you don't know actually before start of the interview, or they might say it is a development, or they might say support. But after getting job, you might see that okay, it's not actually a development, it might be support, or when they say support, it might be development, or sometimes it is development, then it is development only. So whenever you get job, you'll have to work like that. Okay, now whenever, how does the hiring process work? Okay, so whenever any new project comes to any of the service based companies, or any so generally after March of every month, after getting hike, people generally resign from their jobs and they search for new jobs. That time there are so many openings in all of the companies, correct? So that time you'll see during March April there will be huge openings in all of the technologies. So you know Mainframe, or you are searching for job in Mainframe, so you upload your profile in Naukri. Then what they'll do is these companies, the HRs will look for new profiles based on their requirement. If they have requirement for freshers, or they have requirement for experience, like 2 3 years of experience, or mid level or high level, team lead level, manager level. So they will search for profiles based on that, and if they find your profile, they will call you. They'll schedule the interview. You'll go to the interview. If you crack it, you'll be joining any of the applications for which the interview was taken. That is how the hiring process works. Any doubt?
No, all good.
All good. Yeah.
So support, for support, can we say it BAU, business as usual?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So after you get job, uh, in the application, now you must be thinking what you have to do in the application. Sitting in an office in Bangalore or Chennai or Hyderabad or anywhere, working in a laptop, how is it actually impacting the business which is running in the US or any other country, correct? So you have to think it in a realistic way. You have a business, okay? So the business is running from morning 9 o'clock to evening 6 p.m. every day. In that business, lots of transactions are going on. Many people, suppose you have a business where people buy some products from you, or they return the products, or do anything. There are so many features in your business. So whatever transactions, how many people are buying your business and buying your product, or they're returning, exchanging, whatever they're doing, everything, all the details of all of that are stored in the software. Okay. Now at the end of the day, all the details you have to manage, right? How many products were sold, how much discount was there, okay, how much profit you earned from that, how many returns were taken, how many exchanges were taken, out of the returns how many were damaged and were not accepted. So all of these details are stored. Now this is in terms of general business terms, right? Same thing can be handled or converted in a programming language, or handled in a programming uh, term. So it is the example that I gave, that is small scale business. So think of a company which is a multinational company which have millions or millions of transactions going on in a single day. For example, any bank, okay, Bank of America or anything, millions of transactions go on any single day. They have so many departments. So for each of the department only millions of transactions may go on. So at the end of the day, all the details of whatever transactions have gone on each and every feature of the company, the details have to be stored or maintained. So that is what. So when you work in a company called IBM, TCS, or any other service-based company or any product-based company, the ultimate goal is to handle their business, to maintain their business. How will you handle their business? By storing their data, okay, and keeping their data safe. Okay, so this is not possible. Just take example of normal small these banks, retail banks. Okay, so it is, so they must be having their own customized software through which they are handling their data, or they are maintaining their data. But in case of a multinational company, it is not possible to handle through a software. Also, that may not be safe. Also, it can be hacked, or data can be leaked, or anything can happen. That is why a proper technology is required, which is very secure and which can handle, which can process huge amount of data every single day. That is when a technology comes. So whatever goes on in business terms in America, for example, your work department is performance evaluation department of each person or company which is doing business with your client. Thousands of or lakhs of clients are there. For each of them, whatever transaction goes on, you have to handle it through your COBOL programs or through mainframe technology in your tables. So at the end of the day, whatever goes on at the client end, they will send the data through files, through mainframe files to our mainframe server. We'll accept those files, we'll process our COBOL programs, and we'll load the data in our tables. So that is how the entire process will go on. So every day, whatever goes on, we'll finally store it. Whatever we can't store, so we'll have so many business logics, business validations in between. There may be so many checks. If this is this, then we'll accept the data, we'll insert it. If this is that, we will reject the data. If this is this, we'll accept with warnings. So many things may be there. So at the end of the day, whatever data is inserted, whatever is rejected, whichever is accepted with warning, will send out the reports to the client. Now this process is not universal everywhere. Every project is different, every project's processes are different, but I'm saying in a generic term.